couple of nights here in Frederikshavn to recover some sleep. It's been very welcome, very quiet here, not a lot going on apart from dinghy sailing, but it's getting close to time to go. Plan is to sail overnight tonight, 60 miles south, to a little island whose name I've completely forgotten at the moment. But Arholt, that's it. Sail to Arholt Island, 60 miles south. So hopefully these clouds will clear away and give me a nice view of the Perseid meteor shower, with a bit of luck. But just going to have a cup of tea, have a bite to eat, and then get going. Well, I was preparing to leave, but there was a little bit of drama. When I did my engine checks, I discovered that the alternator mount had sheared off. And the alternator was hanging around, kind of loose. I don't know when it had happened on the way here, or if it had happened after I got here. Don't know. But I think the straw that broke the camel's back was me putting a new belt on it about a week ago. And looking at the pieces, it had clearly been broken for a while. Not all the way, but it had been split. There was some rust on the inside of where it had broken. So, total panic. Luckily, managed to find a welder first thing this morning. He came straight out, spent a couple of hours welding it all back together, 170 quid. I think that was quite reasonable. And it's all sorted. So, after that, I was planning to have an early dinner and then get going. Well, I've just finished my dinner, and I'm sure you can hear the rain pitter-pattering. I'm not sure if you can hear the thunder, but we've got thunderstorms going over. So I'm going to hang around and see how long this lasts. Hopefully not too long, and get underway. Never rains but it pours, hey? And we're away, heading south. Proper windy today, 20, 25, occasionally a little bit more. Got one reef in the mainsail, 2 in the Genoa at the moment. I may have to put another reef in the mainsail if it continues to build beyond this. But at the moment we're trucking along. The waves, because the water is very shallow here, the waves are short and steep. We've only got, well, it's currently 6 meters of water, and it doesn't go much above 20 meters anywhere on the route today. At least it's not pissing down with rain at the moment. Kettle's on, make it a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy the ride. Woohoo! wind has been gradually veering more and more, so my course is now almost due south, which is brilliant. That's perfect if it stays like this, or even if the wind veers a bit more, that would be awesome. It does take me through some much shallower water, but not so shallow I'm worried about it. I think it's going to be around 6 meters at the shallowest. It's good going at the moment. Bouncy. That's fun for a few hours. I'm not sure about 10, 20 hours, 30 hours, but I'm sure it won't stay like this the whole time. I'm enjoying this though. Good to be moving again. Good to know that the engine is sound again. And the sun is shining every now and then, which is brilliant. Had a little bit of drizzle, not much. Most of the rain seems to have blown across in front of me without hitting me, so quite happy about that. There's a few yachts about, and as you just saw, one of the Navy's P-boats just went past. I thought for a minute he was coming over to say hi. He changed his course about 10 miles from me and came straight at me, but just went straight by. Every now and then there's some really big waves, some of them up to about 3 meters. Not many, just every few minutes I get one or two, and Gigi flies, quite literally. Not happy about the slamming, but not a lot I can do about that today. Try and get as southerly a course as I can, and right now I'm considering heading directly to Samso Island. Anyway, should keep an eye out for shipping and lobster pots, because there are plenty of them out here, really well marked though with bright colourful flags, so I haven't had any trouble spotting them so far. 10 hours in, 45 miles gone. The wind has thankfully come round to due west, so we're flying along. It's lovely and warm. It's just beautiful. I've been grabbing the odd 10-minute snooze here and there, as there's very little traffic around at the moment, although we're getting close to a major port, so I imagine we're going to start getting more as it goes dark. I would say we're halfway, but I'm not 100% certain where I'm actually going to end up yet. Halfway to Samso Island. Don't know, I'm going to wait until the sun comes up in the morning, see how I feel. I may just carry on, especially if it's like this. Wow. Doing 5.5 knots in between 10 and 15 knots of wind. Hard to believe I could be so blasé about setting off with no real destination in mind. Just wanted to put some miles in south not so many years ago, I used to be a complete control freak, and if everything wasn't planned out in minute detail, it would have been tearing my hair out. And when you're learning to sail as well, obviously a lot of it is based on navigation and passage planning, so you plan everything in minute detail and then throw it all away once you get out there, because the wind won't let you follow the plan that you made. I learned very quickly when I cast off the lines. I think it was a couple of weeks and I stopped bothering. It really wasn't worth it, because most of the time I didn't end up where I'd actually intended to end up. Either I'd get tired and decide to put in somewhere early, or it'd be like this and I'd just decide to keep going and end up somewhere else, or the wind would just blow from the wrong direction and I'd end up somewhere completely different. That is the one advantage of sailing without a time scale. If you've got 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, or you've got people coming out to join you, so you've got to be in a particular place on a particular date, and then again to drop them off, it all gets way more complicated. You end up having to motor to places to be able to get there on time, or you skip places because you're worried about not making it to your final destination at the right time. The only constraint I've got is the number of Schengen days I've got left, which actually that clock is ticking very loudly in my head now. I've still got a long way to go, and it's not a huge number of days left. Bloody Brexit. Oh well, it is what it is. So today I'm putting miles in, having been delayed with the engine problem. I just need to get a serious number of miles under my belt. I need to average maybe 25, 30 miles a day, really, and I've not come close to that over the last 3 weeks. 2 decent long passages, including today, but I can see there's going to be many more long passages before I get back to the UK. It's 11 PM, 15 hours in, we've done 68 miles. The wind has dropped to very little. We're doing 2.5 knots and it's so peaceful. It's absolutely amazing there. There's no moon, so the stars are just incredible. You can see the whole Milky Way stretching across the sky. It's a real treat, to say the least. To be out here, experiencing this. Got a few more hours to go until it's light again, and I'm sure the wind will pick up then. Wow, just incredible. Been watching Mars rise up above the horizon. It's a horrible life, you know. Shh, gotta get some sleep. Just 10 minutes, maybe 15. "24 hours and 95 miles later, there's Samso Island." We're going round the corner and into the bay, about another 5 miles to go. Drop the anchor off the beach and get some sleep. Not as tired as I thought I would be at the moment. Has helped that I managed to get 10 minutes cat naps here and there. I hope the sun comes out later. Those undulating hills look like they should have hobbits living in them.